darlings, today I want to talk about all or nothing thinking, or black and white thinking, or just being on one end or the other. So I was thinking about this the other day, yesterday. It was the 4th of July. And at my city where I live, we have a place called Bayfront. It's a bay, and there's like a big stage, and people gathered, whole bunch of nice flat grass, and food trucks kind of all the way around. And usually that's a great place for watching fireworks, because the fireworks are just like basically right there. And so it's the first time in 5 years that I've been there, and the fireworks are going off. They're beautiful, they're lovely, colorful, they're booming, there's the smiley faces going up. They make me smile every time I see them, little hearts and all that jazz. And you can feel them. It's in your chest, you're surrounded by all these people in red, white, and blue, and that song comes on, the Proud to Be an American song. And every time before that, it would come on and I'd be like, yep, I am proud to be an American. And this time, it comes on and I'm like, is it okay to be proud to be an American? Because I feel like this is a thing where we're on one end or the other. So there's some people who are very proud to be an American, to the point where they're like, everyone else sucks, and anyone who wasn't originally from here should get out. But not like originally from here. My love is watching something sad. Like, I don't know how they decide what the timeline is, but anyone who isn't American needs to get out. Or there's people who are like, America's just a dumpster fire of doom, just horrendous, and it's built on blood and genocide and racism and inequality, and it's terrible, and we should just raze it to the ground. And I'm like, I mean, yes, but no, like, but that may be a little much. And so I'm like, I'm kind of in the middle. And sometimes I feel this pressure to like, I don't really want to be here, but I don't want to be here either. And so I was like, it is okay to be like, hey, I like some things about America. And yeah, I have criticisms, and there's things that we are not amazing at, and we can get better. And it doesn't have to be like, oh, it's amazing, and, say something bad about America and I'll run you over with my truck. Like, it doesn't have to be that way. Like, we're allowed to be somewhere in the middle of like the two extremes. But it was just weird, that moment where I'm like, can I be? Because most of the people that I see that are very proud are very, very proud. A little too much pride. And I saw a little like infographic or something that was talking about patriotism versus nationalism. And I was like, oh. Because yeah, the nationalism is the whole thing of we're the best, we're amazing, you cannot criticize us, we're better than everybody else. Whereas patriotism is like, yay, like, go us. Like, yeah, I still might have my criticisms and stuff, but I live here and it's pretty good. So yeah. Because I think about it, and I know there are people who definitely suffer, and I know we have a past that is disgusting and awful, and we need to be really mindful of that to make sure we don't do that again. But I don't know if we necessarily need to keep punishing ourselves for it, for like the people who came before us. And like, I think about me, like, the odds should be stacked against me, because I am a woman, I'm a person of color, I grew up without a dad, grew up poor, and like, my life is not, I don't edit my videos because I don't have time. My house, it needs work, but like, I own a house, and I have food, and I eat expensive food. I eat like grass finished. I spend too much money on food, but it's like, I can afford it. I'm paying off debt. And I drive a nice Subaru because I'm half lesbian. And like, life is pretty decent. Like, I made my own job that pays a good chunk of my bills, and I'm able to write and narrate. I'm able to do my dream. I'm able to, un momento, flippin' have books that I made. Like, I made these. American dream. Frick yeah. So, like, yes, like, sometimes America's not great, but sometimes it's okay. And, like, my life is okay. And it can be tricky sometimes, but it's not the worst. And I feel weird saying that because there are people who are in terrible situations. Like, we can do so much better for so many people, but it's not the worst. So I think, like I said, I think it's okay to be somewhere in the middle. So feel free to do that. Feel free to not be pressured to be on one end of the spectrum or not. So you have a good day, and I love you guys, and like, comment, subscribe if you would like.